Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruth Adoga, and in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing an interesting topic, and it is 7 ways in which you can overcome self-doubt as a writer. As a beginner or at the initial stage, a lot of writers out there think that writing is not for them, or they keep writing to those who are learned in English language, those who have the BSc in English. So they think that writing is not for them. And for some, they have these ideas, beautiful, wonderful ideas in their mind, a lot of ideations that can be brought into beautiful books, but they think that that piece that they have in their mind is not good enough to put out there, or they think that nobody will read. A lot of people are just thinking about what people will say, what the society, what the friends, what the family will say about their write-up, as in the errors that they made out there. A lot of people think that they have to get it perfect, they have to get it all perfect before they start. But if you're waiting for perfection, my dear, you are going to be wasting a lot of time. Yes. So writing is not just for those who learn English. Writing is not for the authors alone. So you need to get those ideas out of your mind. And also, yes, people might talk, people will see their own, but then I want you to think that your piece is beautiful. Anything you put out there is beautiful. Just think that you're writing this to one person out there, and once the person reads it, his or her life is going to be affected positively. So I want you to look at writing in another light. So take away all the self-doubt that you have, that writing is not for you, or writing is for the English speakers or the English learners. Yes. So please put away those self-doubts. You are good enough. What you write out there, someone is out there waiting to read it, and until you write it, nobody will know how good it is. Nobody will be able to say how perfect or how beautiful that piece is until you try it. I know that at the initial stages, it can be very, very difficult. Yes, I also experienced that. I had the mindset that writing was not for me. I thought, like, I hated writing, because right from secondary school, I thought writing was just to be writing a paper, and I was looking at myself that how will I just sit down for hours or minutes and be cracking my brain on what to write, or coming up with a good piece or a good idea, and just start writing. For what? So I thought writing was not for me. I thought, no, hell no, I'm not gonna try it. But then after discovering my purpose, and I know that it has to do with writing, come on, I had to pick up my pen and paper. Yes, I had to develop myself. I had to put away all those mindsets, all those things that I had initially about it, that writing is not for me, writing is for some selected people. And I had to deal with those mindsets and I started out. Yes, I killed that self-doubt. I killed that self-doubt that made me believe that I can't write, or I can't produce a beautiful piece. So I would like you to start by eliminating those thoughts, those negative mindsets, or thinking of what people will say, what your friends will say. So you have joined them. You have started writing like them. Where will your writing carry you to? You have to start taking all those negative beliefs or all those thoughts away from your head, and start putting those things down. Yes, you need to start writing. If you don't start, you will not know how good you are, or you will not know how much lives you are going to affect positively. So I encourage you to start. And what is self-doubt? Self-doubt is having a disbelief that you are not good enough, not believing or not trusting in your capabilities. And I know that you are more than that. Yes, you are made for something. So ensure that that skill that you know that you have, which is writing, you know that you are very good at writing, you know you can do writing, please take it up. A lot of people are cashing out with writing. There are a lot of ghost writers out there. They write for people and they pay them. There are a lot of content writers. They write on blogs, on newspapers, on magazines. See, people are paying writers. There are a lot of platforms in which people are readily waiting to pay for your services, just for you to write for them, just for you to write an article for them. You write an article of 1,000 words, 5,000 words, and there you are very good at it, and you're just wasting that talent. Please pick up your pen and paper, pick up your laptop, pick up your phones, and start bringing those ideas, start betting those ideas into life. So my dear, please trash that self-doubt, all those negative things, all those negative thoughts that you're having, that no one is ready to read it, no one this. No, please take it out, take it out. So now you're going to be going into the 7 steps that you need to go through for you to be able to overcome this self-doubt and become confident in yourself that yes, you can ace this game. This also applies to every other field. Maybe you are also good in cooking, or you're good in fashion design, or you're good in interior decor, or you're a techie person and you think that those self-doubt is going, as in you're having this self-doubt, you don't want to start out because of all those things, or you don't believe enough in your capabilities. Please ensure that you go through these 7 steps I'm going to share with you, and after going through it and you practice and you let go of all I said you should let go, I know I know that the sky is going to be your starting point. So let's drive into it. Number 1 point, do not let your inner critic win. Yes, I think I've dwelt so much on this. Do not allow that thought in your mind, that thing that is telling you that you can't do it. Maybe it's gonna laugh at you. People say, so a guy too is writing, or a lady too is writing. No, just show them. People will be like, can you cash out with writing? How much are you gonna make with writing? Please, do not listen to them. Do not listen to those thoughts. In fact, replace it with, I can do it, I'm going to cash out with writing. In fact, I don't need to cash out. I just want to affect lives. I want to speak positively to people out there with my writing. I want to touch life and affect lives with my writing. I don't necessarily need to cash out. And if you want to cash out, you need to build yourself well. So those negative beliefs, or those thoughts, or those things that your friends and your family is making you believe that you cannot, like, how can you just sit down in a place and be writing all day? Like, there are better things to do. Please do not listen to it. We have the likes of Brain Tracy. Yes, he has written thousands of books. So people like that are there, that are making it well as an author and writing great books that are affecting people's lives. You can be here in Nigeria and your book will be read outside, just like Brain Tracy. His book is in Nigeria, and you don't even have to produce hard copy book. You can produce it in ebook, or you can use your social media pages like the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, you can be putting out short form content and you go from there. So ensure that you eliminate that inner critic, that thing that is making you think that you are not worthy enough, or that you can't start, or until you read English before you'll be able to write well. Please stop that. Stop that thought. When that thought is coming, please just make it go away. Start replacing it with I can do it. Yes, somebody is out there waiting for what I'm gonna write today. So yes, so eliminate those inner critics. Number 2 step that I really need you to pay attention to is eliminate comparison. Yes, a lot of writers at the beginner stage or at their early stage tend to compare. They start comparing their self and another writer out there. They start comparing as in what they write and what others write, and maybe you are using the social media as your outlet for posting your content. You start looking at the reactions that this person is having on his or her post, and you are not gaining that kind of reaction. My dear, before you get to that stage of having lots of reactions, you need to build well. You need to start and consistently continue posting. Yes, before you know, people will get familiar with you. And apart from that, people have different styles of writing. My own style of writing might be different from your own style of writing. So ensure that you don't compare, because when you start comparing, you are doing yourself a lot of harm. Yes, you are doing yourself a lot of harm. So ensure you find your own style, your own writing style, and stick to it. Don't start saying because this person is having a lot of reaction on his post, I should start copying the way the person writes. No, you're gonna do yourself a lot of disharm. It's better you are authentic, you are real for yourself. People that are meant for you will come. Yes, people that are meant for you will come. So ensure that you do not compare yourself with another person. Stick to your own style. You will attract those who are meant for you. The 3rd step is understand setbacks are going to happen. Yes, there are some times that you might be having writer's block. Writer's block, you might not know what the meaning of writer's block is. Writer's block is when maybe at a particular stage in time you don't have any inspiration, you don't have anything to write, you are just as if you are blank. Like there is no motivation, nothing, like you don't just feel like writing. And even if you feel like writing, like no ideas are coming. So apart from that, there are going to be some times that you will feel like, let me take a pause, or you are not just so happy because you are not getting lots of reactions, or you are not getting lots of feedbacks like you expected. Yes, or maybe you are not having enough money to be able to enroll for writing courses that is going to build you up as a writer, or maybe you are trying to get a coach and you are seeing that the fee is too much, you don't have enough of that money. Just know that there's going to be setbacks at the initial stage. Everything is not going to be running smoothly every time. Yes, just know that there are going to be some setbacks, there are going to be some challenges at some point. But at that point, do not be discouraged. Yes, do not be discouraged at that point, because at this time you're supposed to be building yourself. Grab books, start reading, go out, like feed your eyes, look at your environment. You can also study some people's works and see how they write, and like during this time that you're having some setbacks, maybe financially or mentally, or having a break, like having a writer's block at that point, just keep building yourself up. Keep building yourself up and do not be discouraged. It's just a phase in time. It's not going to be a permanent stuff, not at all. So during this time, use it to encourage yourself, use it to read and digest a lot of content out there. Yes, and also mingle with people who's going to help you. So that is it. And look for ways to build yourself up, look for ways to like improvise in case you don't have enough money to pay for coaches or mentors or to pay for some courses. So ensure that even during the time of setbacks, do not just fold your arms and just think, I said it, that writing is not for me. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? No, do not do that. Do not do that. Instead, encourage yourself. That's not going to always be like this. And the time of growth, there's going to be time that you need to really take a time of rest and build yourself up. So the fourth step is build yourself. I said part of this in the previous step. Build yourself. Enroll for courses. Do not just write on free content alone or write on free materials alone. Please enroll for paid courses. If you know you want to become a professional writer, you need to enroll for paid courses. Have a mentor, someone who has gone ahead of you, someone who has known many of those things, who has tread the path that you want to follow. It is very easy when you have a mentor, because the mentor will be able to tell you, do not try this, do that, because he or she has tread that path you are treading. So it will be very easy if you have someone to guide you, someone who you can be accountable to, so you'll be able to grow faster. So ensure that you do this. Read every form of content. Read the newspaper, read articles like blogs. Always read. So once you read, your content bank will always be full. You always have something to write or to put out there. Also, make research. And after doing all of these things, you need to start writing. Yes, you don't have to start preparing and doing all this preparation and just fold your hands and be looking. Yes, I know everything I need to know, but I just don't know what to write. No, please, we don't need that. You need to start. It's when you start will you be able to know where the errors are, where you need to improve, and all of that. So now to the fifth point. Surround yourself with people who encourage you. Surround yourself with supporters. You need supporters around you in your writing journey. Yes, you don't need those who will always be downgrading you, or who always see no good in what you write. No, you don't need those people. You don't need to be surrounded by those people. Yes, you do not need to be surrounded by those people. You need to be surrounded with supporters, people who always encourage you to move on. Even when you have a little challenge or a little setback, they are always there to cheer you on. So ensure that you surround yourself with people who support you, people who always want to read your content, people who always want to encourage you, people who always want to correct you in the right way. And also know that there will be corrections. Do not be angry, because there's some people that are always angry, or they take it personal when people like to correct them. So ensure that you are not that kind of person. If you want to grow, you need to take corrections. It is very, very important. So ensure that you surround yourself with positive people, with supporters who always got your back at any point in time. So to the sixth point is always practice. Have a writing goal. Yes, as a beginner or as a starter, you need to have a writing goal. Have the amount of words that you want to write in a day. You can start, maybe as a beginner you have not written any form of thing before. You can start with like 50 words. From there you start, continue to 100 words, like that, to 200 to 500 to 1000. If you practice every day, you see yourself improving, and you digest every form of content. You see yourself improving. And also when you enroll for these courses and you start practicing what you learned, it's not just reading and enrolling for courses and not practicing. No, my dear, you're not going to grow that way. So you're going to practice everything you're being taught, and also practice writing. It's not just about reading and reading. You need to practice to see how well you're doing. If you see any form of maybe writing challenge, there are a lot of this writing challenge on Facebook, like different brands hold all this writing challenge annually, quarterly, and all of that. When I started my writing journey last year, I remember I enrolled for like 2 challenges. Yes, I need to put myself out there. Apart from putting yourself out there, you need to improve. You see what other people are writing in the same niche. When you see what other people are writing, you're able to improve and see what you really need to do, like the ingredients you're missing. And also that will also make, as in, it's a form of also publicity. People will start seeing you, right? So ensure that you practice. Go for challenges. When you enroll with challenges with other people, you'll be able to see how better you can become. It will even form a kind of consistency in you, like writing daily, because there's some of these challenges that they used to have a writing limit. If you don't write up to 500 words, like the least might be 500 words and above. So all these things will help you to be able to practice and improve yourself. And finally on my list, it is celebrate your wins. Yes, celebrate your wins. The first day that you write out a post and put it on your social media, like, it's gonna be a very, very big, huge celebration. You need to celebrate yourself, because you know the years that you've been like moping and thinking that you cannot do it, that nobody is gonna read what you're gonna put out there. But the very first day you try it, maybe you have like 2 likes, 3 reactions, or 10, or thereabouts, or you didn't even have nothing. Just be happy that yes, you had the courage to put it out there. From there, do not be discouraged. You continue. So celebrate yourself. In fact, for you to be able to see it there, and you are able to read it, and you're able to show it in person, so you'll be proud of yourself. You start from somewhere. The big writers, the Brain Tracy and the Joyce Meyer, the Gary Chapman, and the likes, those people, they started from somewhere. Yes, the likes of the Chinua Achebe, the Chimamanda, the one that wrote Popo Hibiscus, they started from somewhere. So you too, you have to start from somewhere. So celebrate your little wins, no matter how little it is. Maybe you enrolled for a writing challenge and you're able to see it through the old days. I think some writing challenge lasts for 2 weeks, like 14 days, 21 days, 28 days, and the rest. And it goes like that. For you to even be able to start, in fact, for you to even be able to enroll for that writing challenge, praise the Lord. And for you to even start, you reach the end. It's another form of celebration, even if you didn't win at first, at the initial stage or at the starting stage. You know that for you to be able to write consistently for a whole 14 days, like 21, maybe 28 days, not be being so it's not more at all. So my dear, you need to celebrate yourself, no matter how little it is. It will encourage you to be able to do more, to improve more, to celebrate your small wins. Once you do all these things and you practice all these things I've said, I know that self-doubt is going to run away. It's going to leave you. Before you know, you have that confidence. You'll be confident in yourself, like nobody can stay out there and start saying some things about you, and you listen or you believe, but where you won't, because you have built yourself. You have the self-confidence, you are confident in yourself that yes, you can write. Yes. So That is it on this. And I know that when you practice all those things, self-doubt is gonna run away so fast. Like, gonna run away so fast. So my dear, I started a little story. I started out, and I started a story that I also started like I wasn't sure. I was thinking writing was not for me and all of that, but I took the challenge. I enrolled for courses. I enrolled for writing challenges. That was last year, and for the ending of last year, do you know what? I wrote a book. I wrote a wonderful book called Bold in Goals. It's a wonderful book. It's an ebook. Actually, wrote it and I launched it, and in fact, a lot of testimonials. Like, if you would have told me 2 years ago that I will be a writer and will be writing and posting content to social media and be able to write a book, I would say it's a lie. I would say it's a lie. And to top it all, I printed a copy. Yes, I printed a copy, and this is it. Can you see this beautiful book here? This is my achievement. Like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I didn't listen to that negative belief that said, Ruth, writing is not for you. In fact, I kicked it out fast, and as if I didn't kick it out, I won't be celebrating my win today. I won't be able to write this beautiful book. And this book, for you to read, like, is a very beautiful. In fact, if you start it, you won't want to stop, because I wrote it in a story form. Like, it's very beautiful, and it's going to help you a lot. Now we are just in the second quarter of the year. Yes, we are just in the second quarter. We're just beginning the second quarter of the year, and you need to smash your goals. You need that goal. You need to be able to smash it. And maybe you don't know how the right way to be able to write it, to be able to smash your goal, or to be able to set your goal. Please grab a copy of this book. It is on Seller, so you can get the link in the description. And sure, it is not costly. It's not costly at all. It's less than 1,500. So just click on the link in the description box and grab your own copy. Like, grab your own copy. So my dear, so start out just like I was able to break this book, and I'm so proud. In fact, I carry this book everywhere. Like, I carry it. It's always in my bag. It's always in my bag. So only recently I removed it from my bag. I always tell people, like, you'll be happy, you'll be proud of your achievement. Like, I was so happy, like, Ruth can actually bet this book, like this wonderful book, really, and people are reading it and their lives are changed and transformed. So that is the goal, my dear. That is the goal. So ensure to grab a copy of this book, and you will be happy you did. And eliminate that self-doubt. Start that writing, start that cooking, start that tech, whatsoever thing that you want to lay your hand on. Start. Be confident in yourself, and you'll be proud of who you're going to become. Thank you. And this brings me to the end of this video.